Well, I told you guys that I'd do a little tips and tricks on each one of these videos. I don't know how long this will last, but I've given you some philosophy for the last 25, 30 years. I've been a counselor. I flew around the whole world. I've been in 35 countries, you know. I speak 5 languages. I get along probably in 7. Uh, but I know how the human mind works, and I know what the human mind is, and more importantly, I know what the spirit is. And the spirit is you. You're the spirit. You have a mind, you have a body. These are things you have, but that's not who you are. uh, who you are is your own self. And questions have been asked probably a million times down the centuries. You know, who am I? Well, I am myself. And what is yourself? Yourself basically is a collections of decisions that you made you're going to be. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be famous. These things are kind of goals. Now, your goals aren't what make you who you are. It's decisions about yourself. You know, I'm going to be honest. You know, I'm going to work hard. I'm not going to give up until I finish. Um, if it all gets too bad, I'll just quit. These are decisions that determine who you are, who your personality is. Um, but anyway, on to these cars and stuff. Like this video here, I spent all day flattening one piece here. Well, I got a lot of other stuff done. I got my brackets in, this and that and the other thing. But I look at it now, and it's dead flat. You know, when I paint it, it'll look beautiful. It'll look as good as the top of the car. What I would like to tell you today is be true to your own goals. Now, I had a goal on this car that I was going to do it the best I could, you know, with what I got, and I'm just going to do it the best I could. I'm not really under any time constraint. I'm not trying to build this thing and sell it. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. Probably the first guy that looks at it will buy it. That's just the way it is, because the car has integrity. It's not good done here and patched up there and it's good enough there. The car is done really to the best of my ability without spending, you know, the next 10 years doing it. But be true to your own goals. If you start off on a project and you say, boy, it's going to be nice for me to be driving down the road and I'm going to go to the Wednesday hamburger meeting and everybody's going to love my car. Keep that in mind. Don't start on your project, get into it, you know, 100 hours or something, and every time you take a bolt off, something else breaks and it turns into 150 hours. Don't get disappointed. Be true to your own goals. Of course, there's a point there where you realize, you know, my goal wasn't a good idea because this thing rushed from one end to the other and I didn't know about it. Get rid of it. But don't be disappointed when you have things like this. It's really easy. It's really easy to say, oh man, it's just never ending work. I catch myself on this going, man, it's never going to quit. Every time I pull something off, something else wrong. Well, trust me, eventually nothing else will be wrong. But be true to your own goals. Don't change horses in the middle of the stream. Don't change your goals in the middle of the thing. If you're going to do it the best you can, then do it the best you can. And don't listen to other people. Don't listen to other people. That's the worst thing you can do, is listen to other people. Uh, Asking them advice, how do I do this? How do I do that? That's all good. That's all fine. But don't ask anybody, what do you think? Do you think I should do blah, blah? Because you're the one that's creating the thing. You're the creator. And what you put into the creation is what you get out of it. If you start off going to make a big fender rat rod that'll fry the tires for half a mile, don't let somebody tell you put little skinny tires on it and put a 6-cylinder in it. No, get your motor that'll fry the tires. And if you got a motor that will fry the tires, don't let anybody talk you into putting something else in it because they like it. Because people have lots of opinions, and they also try to give you advice over their opinion, and most of the time their opinion is just a fixed idea how something ought to go. It is not necessarily true, it's not necessarily right, and it's not usually workable. And they're not the one doing the work. You are. So they'll say, yeah, sure, I'll get rid of that front end, put on a straight axle. Man, I had that on a little roadster here. It had a Corvair independent front suspension. First thing anybody says, get rid of it, put on a straight axle. Get rid of it, put on a straight axle. Man, I already had straight axles. They handle like crap. You can get them set up and everything, get them set up perfectly, and they're never going to be as good as independent suspension. But that's beside the point. Even if they were better, I decided I was going to keep that. It was very unique. And I just went ahead and did it the way I wanted to do it. And it turned out it drove like a champ. It handled like a dream. First guy saw it, fell in love with it, and bought it. But I was true to my own goal there. I was going to make this thing with what I had and keep it to the original thing. Now, one of the things about this AMX here, it had this crazy wild paint job on it with graphics and all kinds of stuff. And there was somebody's intention in there, and that intention carried this thing along, well, for 20 years that I know of, since it was painted. So I'm probably going to try to pick up that intention and carry it along in the spirit of the car, because the intention was there, and I'll carry the intention on. But I'm keeping it in line with my own goals. Now, if my goal is to make this perfectly stock, I wouldn't even think about a wild paint job, but my intention is to make this car the best I can make it with what I have. And a lot of this stuff in here is I'm just fixing other people's where they quit. They should have continued. They should have put another $50 or $100 in it, and they should have continued. They didn't. Well, I'm continuing with straightening it out. There's not a body man in the world says, oh yeah, it's all been up, and we'll get it mostly straight. They intend to get it perfectly straight, and then they get into the work, and they realize that it's too much work to get it perfectly straight, and they quit. So don't do that on your projects. If you have intention to build something that spins the tires and go to your neighborhood drive-in on Wednesday night, do that. Don't listen to other people telling you what you should do or what you should think or how you should act or how you should behave. There's, to some degree, we have to get along in this world with other people, so we can't upset them too much. But as long as you're true to your own goals, and you won't have any trouble with other people. Other people, you'll find that if you continue to go along the way you're doing, will start to agree with you. Because they don't really have an opinion. They just have a fixed idea. It should be this way. And you just continue to push in the direction you feel is right, and they will agree with you. It's inevitable, because they're not thinking in the first place. They're just a collection of stimulus response push buttons. Somebody pushes their button, they think this. They push another button, they think that. Don't be that way. Don't let people push your buttons. Particularly in a project, be true to your own goals. And in life, be true to your own goals. If you decide you're going to grow up and be a smart, honest man, well then, by all means, try your best to be a smart, honest man. Don't let somebody tell you, well, you're stupid. You know, you can't ever be smart. And, well, okay, fine, good. I'm still going to be a smart, honest man. Don't ever let everybody convince you, you know, yeah, you can be a criminal. It's much easier. Don't ever let anybody convince you you should put a 6-cylinder instead of a V8 or a V8 instead of a 6-cylinder. Be true to your own goals. And you'll find when you do this that everybody will like you. There's another thing. You don't desire to be liked or admired. It's nice if it happens, but don't go trying to be liked, because that's a sure way of getting nobody to like you at all. Just do what you want to do and be honest and straight with that, and everybody will like you. And if they don't like you, who cares? You know, you whatever, you're honest, straight man. If they don't like you, that's their problem. You know, it's sure not your problem. So on your projects, be true to your own goals. And in life, be true to your own goals. Now I'm sitting here, I'm 70 years old, I'm kind of sick, kind of tired. And this is some kind of record that I'm passing on. I don't know how long this will last on YouTube, or if it'll even get 100 views. You know, don't care. The fact is that maybe one person will see it and they'll say, well, you know, that's pretty good advice. Well, it is good advice. It's the best advice I could give you after 70 years is be true to your own goals. And when you got a project, be true to what you decided that project was going to be. Don't try to change horses in the middle of the string, because it usually don't work, and you get frustrated if you're trying to do what somebody else wants you to do, because you don't know how to do what they want you to do, for example, or you don't really like it. Maybe you can do it, you know. Maybe somebody tells you, yeah, you got to paint it green and purple with yellow flames, and you can do that, but you don't want to do it, you know. So don't. And don't listen to other people telling you what's good and what's right or wrong about your project. You look at it, you know if it's good, you know if it's a crappy body job, you know if it's straight, you know if it's crooked, you know if you forgot to tighten half the bolts or you got them all tight. So don't listen to other people, be true to your own goals, and you'll do fine in these projects. You won't get disappointed in yourself. You won't get disappointed in your project. You just go, oh, well, you know, that's another 10 steps I didn't know I was going to have to do. Well, I'll have to do that. And you get up in the morning and it'll be pretty easy for you to do those 10 steps. But if you start waffling around and listen to other people and changing your mind in the middle of stuff, you'll never get anything done. You'll never get anything finished. And that's the surest way to do yourself in, is not finish anything. And the best way to increase your power and your certainty of self is finish things. You decide you're going to do something, well, you stick with it until it's done. And then you find something else to do, and you do that. And if you bite off more than you chew, don't take quite a big bite next time, but finish what you do bite. So, anyway. Enough of this rambling. Is probably boring as hell to a lot of you, so I don't know where this is on the video or what video I'm going to put it in, and if you don't want to listen to it, just skip to the end and we'll continue on. But this panel here now looks beautiful. It really does. The camera's not picking it up, but it's dead perfect, dead flat. Looks like it just rolled off showroom floor, and when it's painted it'll look like a mirror. And it took me all day to do that. And I thought, man, I don't want to do this. But I did do it. And now that it's done, yeah, so what? It took me all day. Who cares? I got lots of days left. But when it's painted, every time I open that hood, if it was crooked, I'd see it and I'd go, man, I should have painted that. Man, I should have painted that. And now every time I open the hood and look at it, I go, man, I sure did a good job on that. So be true to your own goals. That's the best advice I can give you. So anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. Tell a friend if you found some value in these videos, and I'll continue to finish this AMX. I think we've probably got about another 2 months on it. At the rate that I'm going, I can only work about 3-4 hours a day. Don't breathe too good, and I'm getting old. But this one here will be finished, and then I'll do this Roadrunner. But we're getting close to final paint on this thing, and then we're going to have to do the motor and exhaust, and I'm going to put a camshaft in it and the headers and clean it up. It's going to be a nice car. So look forward to continue with this, and I hope that you enjoy these videos and this sequence of this AMX. Maybe some years down the road, you know, I'm dead, but the videos will still be here. So thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.